Godzilla?
Well, Godzilla was the best thing ever.
Just really not much words to describe this amazing, thing that we've...
Oh, God.
Man, that was fast.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Too fast.
It's about as long as he lasted.
I have a quick reboot system.
You're not Wolverine, stop that.
Yeah.
Or Gambit.
Okay, the movie was beautiful. Simply beautiful.
Yes.
It took the taste out of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 that went in my mouth. It's like, it's just gone.
It was alright.
Yeah.
Good one. Good one.
No. Fuck, this was awesome.
It was.
I feel like a Japanese schoolgirl getting tentacle raped. Holy shit.
Of course, you feel like that all the time.
Yeah.
She's a Japanese schoolgirl with cat ears
She's a weeb.
and a tail. Show them your tail.
Show him your weeb tail.
I was really kind of hoping you'd turn around. All right, I'm trying to get some viewership. Your ass is the only way.
Hey, I can't even move so much in this car. It's small. With 3 guys.
And? That's like a...
You try to get...
That's a plot setting
Move.
for an anime.
Oh, you mean like the Wachowskis trailer we saw? Oh, we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah,
All right, so... Yeah, we just saw Godzilla.
If you couldn't tell by now.
If you can't tell by my Sarazawa costume. Holy fuck, where do we start with this beautiful movie?
Bryan Cranston's performance.
Yeah. Oh my. Oh God, that made me sad.
Yeah.
Not Bryan, not the performance, but what happened. Oh my God. All right. So, basically, the plot is, an organization called Monarch finds an egg, or finds a, I guess you could say an egg or something like
cocoon.
that. A cocoon. Thank you. Yes, a cocoon of a giant monster they call a Muto. That Muto had escaped, destroyed a power plant that's run by Bryan Cranston and his wife in Japan. The wife dies. 15 years later, that Bryan Cranston is trying to discover the truth behind her death and what really happened. And he believes that it wasn't an earthquake, but a giant monster.
And of course,
although he didn't really think it was a giant monster, he just thought it was something.
And of course, as per everything else in government, it was covered up.
Yeah, it was covered up, which I'm perfectly fine by that.
He has done a lot of work between raising Malcolm and making meth too.
Yeah. There were plenty of Breaking Bad jokes in there. Like, they don't make Breaking Bad jokes, but they kind of set themselves up for one. So yeah, 15 years later, his son, played by Aaron Taylor Johnson, and Elizabeth Olsen are a married couple. He just came back from military. He's an EOD specialist, and they have a son, which 5 years old for 2 people in their early 20s. Anybody else believe that?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Aaron Taylor Johnson is like at least a month or 2 younger than I am. I mean, granted, he has a kid, but his wife is 24 years his senior.
24?
Yes, 24
Actually,
years.
guess what?
Hang on.
My
All right.
mom had me when she was in her 20s, so...
Yeah, but they would
So by
have to be at
24
least in high school when they had the kid.
Yeah.
That's not realistic.
They
But
gotta say you have that.
big monster
Okay, all right, we're getting off track.
All right.
We're getting off track. Anyway, the plot is the Mutos awaken, they feed off radiation. So Godzilla comes in to kick their ass.
basically.
And we spend most of the movie following the humans.
Which we don't care really about.
But it does make it more powerful.
Yeah, Godzilla was powerful in this. But yeah, and here's the thing: the biggest problem people have having with this movie is there's not enough Godzilla. There's like 15 minutes of Godzilla, which I can understand. What people tend to forget is that the original had about 15-20 minutes of Godzilla.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the original was a human story. It was about the humans and what happens when giant monsters attack. How do they respond to this? How do they cope with it? That is what this movie is. Now, granted, it's also a bit of a road movie as well with Aaron Taylor Johnson's character.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
That was like really convenient for him too, for all that to happen.
Yeah, I know. It's like a lot of shit happens to this guy. Holy fuck! Like from start to finish, he loses his mom. He just gets back from the military to see his family. All of a sudden, gets a call from Japan saying his dad's in jail. So he has to go all the way to Japan. Then he has to help his dad out, like discovering the truth behind it. He gets attacked by a giant monster because some asshole decided to keep him handcuffed in the back of a van. His dad dies. Yeah, spoiler alert, Bryan Cranston dies. God,
Again.
I was sad. I was like, what do you mean again?
Breaking Bad.
God damn it! I was gonna binge watch that, you son of a bitch!
You were? I thought you watched it already.
No! God damn it! I'm probably gonna get crucified for saying that. I was avoiding that, you asshole!
Well, if you haven't watched it, then shame on you.
I've been trying to watch it, okay?
Rare.
What are you doing now? You're the one who argued at us and showed us your middle finger.
Anyway,
Sorry about that.
That's because I didn't even know where you guys were.
yeah.
Ken Watanabe
Alright.
as Dr. Serizawa.
Yeah, Dr. Serizawa minus eye patch. I was really kind of hoping he would be like a connection to the original. But they didn't do that. I was actually really
I was kind
disappointed
of,
with that.
but it kind of makes it its own thing. No way.
But was he
related.
really needed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, no, I mean, was he necessary? He was just kind of there.
Yeah. He was just kind of there. But he set the whole.
I mean, well, he was exposition, really. That's what he was. He was the expositionary Japanese guy.
He was the poster boy for the nuclear fallout from
That's true.
Hiroshima.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, let's not forget. Let's put in a Hiroshima reference in there. Yeah, they did do that. But yeah, this is a road movie, mostly about this guy just getting shit on. Ah, fuck, I'm taking this off. God damn it. Thank God I didn't watch that entire movie in 3D with this thing on. But yeah,
But soda.
I'm trying to think.
And the effects were amazing.
God, yes.
Godzilla, especially.
The effects were fantastic.
Oh.
Godzilla was fucking massive.
Oh.
This is probably the tallest Godzilla.
It is the
It is.
tallest. It
Yeah.
is.
And
We're talking over 300 feet.
And I have zero problem with it.
He's only shorter than Class 5 Kaiju in Pacific Rim.
Didn't watch that, so you can spoil it for me. Go ahead.
I'm not.
Well, it's not too much. Not really spoiler.
I'm not really spoiled. Well,
Go ahead.
no, we're not
payback.
talking about Pacific Rim.
It's like payback, for the whole Breaking Bad.
I'm not a dick.
Hey,
I'm an
I thought
asshole.
I thought you watched it. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Says the film nerd.
yeah, Godzilla. This is the best looking Godzilla I've seen in a while.
Especially American Godzilla, too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because let's forget the other one.
What other one?
Exactly.
Sorry, I barely have any memories of the scenes. I know I watched it, but
That's a
Wait,
lot
which
of fish.
one? Oh, God. Shut up!
I am.
You're
watching,
banned from this car.
But I
This
am
is my
watching
car.
the
I
animated
don't care.
at least.
All right. Anyway, we're rambling. So yeah, special effects were fucking gorgeous in this movie. Like you could see the destruction in this movie.
Yeah.
Like people, buildings just don't crash. People fucking die.
Yep.
People die.
Which is inevitable in the
And
Godzilla movie.
yeah, little whiny bitches about Man of Steel.
Yeah. Oh no.
Two
Superman 2.
Kryptonians said nothing on Godzilla.
Oh, well, yeah. No, they didn't. The monsters were really cool. I
Oh yeah.
was like, yeah. Just so you know, all of this happens because two monsters are fucking horny.
Yeah.
That's it. These fucking monsters were doing all this destruction.
For coitus.
Exactly. Two bump uglies.
Literally uglies.
And if you were hoping for not having baby monsters, guess what? You're getting baby monsters in this one. Except they destroyed them motherfuckers before they hatched, so that was actually good.
Yeah.
I did get a 98 Godzilla vibe, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
the mother.
I was like,
Again.
did you do this? Did you do this?
But then again,
Okay, I started to sound like Adam Sandler.
Madison Square Garden.
No.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Fuck that movie. Just fuck that movie.
Rules
And
of
at least-
nature. Don't fuck with the mother.
So
and at least in this movie, it was better explained.
Yeah, it was. I mean, they actually went into great detail on, well, while not like going the entire biology, but they made sure we understood what these monsters are, and that we could feel like these monsters can exist, and they do.
Yeah.
Like, these monsters are very much a very realistic monster. Godzilla is a very realistic monster. I actually did like the little nod at the beginning with the skeleton, like a much older Godzilla. I actually like that because they even hinted like there's more than one Godzilla. Mm-hmm. I actually like the fact that they show the possibility of more than one Godzilla. And you know what? That's what the original series was. Mm-hmm. That's what some of the original movies were. It was like, yeah, the Godzilla we saw in the original was the first Godzilla, but then we got another one, and that he became the Godzilla that we know. So yeah, there's more than one, and I'm really glad they did that. I'll say one thing that I was disappointed by. I know you guys are going to complain about it too, or get on to me about it. There were moments where I did feel like Godzilla was just in the background.
Which is weird because he pointed out the whole Godzilla being only in 15 minutes just moments ago.
Yeah, but in those 15 minutes, he was always in the foreground. You could tell who was there, like who the star is. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is Godzilla. Mm-hmm. This is fucking Godzilla. But there were but until the final fight, he was in the background. When they showed him, when they finally panned up to him with all that buildup, and there's a lot of buildup. There's a lot of buildup, but the buildup's worth it just to see his size. They then cut to the fight on a TV.
Yeah.
And then we show and then they show like the sun going, hey, look, dinosaurs.
No.
Oh God.
I kind of like
Mommy,
I mean,
look, dinosaurs.
yeah. Oh, well, yeah. But I mean,
that kid.
I'll say this. Who wouldn't say that no matter what? Like, I don't care how old you are. I'm gonna fucking say that. I'm gonna, look, dinosaurs! Holy shit! I don't care. All right, there's two giant monsters. As I'm a huge kaiju fan, I'm going to be excited.
And here's the best part: it's more than just one monster in this movie.
Yes. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
We kind of.
We already said
we
that.
already established that.
No, the fact that the first Godzilla, the first American Godzilla, just only had Godzilla.
Yeah.
Was the biggest disappointments. Oh, and Godzilla did not change
How do I
size
not
this
talk
time.
about that movie?
Godzilla
Please.
did not change size throughout this movie too.
No, he did not.
And you did not just conveniently lose him.
No. No. Oh yeah, we did. Yeah. I'm so glad they actually kept this in a realistic standpoint, and that's the thing. Like,
The
and
ships.
that's like what producer said about the '98 version. Oh, we're trying to make this realistic. No, you're not. That's a fucking Jurassic Park ripoff, and you know it.
It's about as realistic as Lord of the Rings.
Fuck, I can believe Middle Earth existed more than I can believe a giant iguana got mutated.
I liked how the ships.
Fucking Christ.
I liked how the ships stayed on Godzilla throughout.
Yes,
the whole
that was a nice little bit of understanding because what the fuck are you gonna do when there's a over 300-foot monster swimming? You're going to follow it. I mean,
just in case
it's
something
not really hard to lose it.
Where's brain that?
Until it increases speed.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, even still, you're not gonna lose it, and I'm kind of glad about that. Godzilla's just, oh my god, this movie. I'm not gonna say this is better than the original. The original is a masterpiece. Nothing will ever beat the original. But I will say this is definitely a huge step up from some of the other films, especially the '98 version.
What's the '98 version again?
Exactly.
Okay, all right. Enough with the '98 version.
Yeah.
Sorry, but yeah, this is back to his roots. This definitely is. Now, I'll say this: they treated him like a hero in this movie, which, yeah, I get why.
Actually, there was a question mark on the newsreel.
Well, yeah, that's true. But even then, I still felt. Well, that's just because it's like human beings. Like, oh, is he a good guy or is he gonna like kill us sooner or later? No, he's a good guy in this.
Yeah.
He's the hero. He's the fucking
the good
hero.
guy, the misunderstood.
Well, he's sort of
Hero.
he's just there to restore the balance.
Yes, and
He's just a force of nature.
Like, and you know what? I hate it when movies throw in an environmentalist message in there for no fucking reason. Like even Godzilla versus Mothra, Battle for Earth did that. Like that. The biggest problem with that movie was every fucking scene was, oh, man is destroying the Earth. Man is destroying the Earth. Shut up.
I don't remember the French gay guy in that movie, but okay.
I own that movie, and it's not a horrible movie. It's really not. But the fact that they were just hammering this environmentalist message into the movie was annoying. And but the thing is, this one was a little more subtle, very much like the original
Man's
version.
mistakes of actually waking
Exactly.
up.
Exactly.
And using nuclear weapons.
Yes, yes, and I actually did like how they explained Godzilla in this one, where it was, where his species existed when the Earth was still had a very radioactive atmosphere. I actually like that. I actually like that explanation, and it made a lot of sense. Because I mean, come on, even the original Godzilla has some plot holes about how he existed.
Yeah. I was thinking about size. I still don't understand why the Japanese are complaining about it being too fast. You've read the articles.
Well, I mean, when he was leaving, he did look pretty fat. But then again, that they were showing him on the TV, and it was a widescreen.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry, it was the jumbotron. So yeah,
The
of course it's gonna make him look fat.
adds pounds.
Yeah.
Don't forget that. The camera adds pounds.
Yes, exactly. It did. It did add pounds. I'm just like, oh, come on. That's not flattering.
The size to weight proportion for this Godzilla kind of makes sense.
Yeah, oh yeah, I can understand. I understand why they made him that big.
Plus, people forget the undersized era of Godzilla from the Godzilla suits, too.
The Heisei era?
Yeah, the heavyset era of
Yeah.
Godzilla.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna take, we'll be right back in a little bit.
So, back on topic.
Asshole. Alright, so yeah, before we got a little sidetracked, we're gonna, human characters. Bryan Cranston was the best character in that movie, and I was so upset when he died. When he got killed, I mean, what, the first 10, 20 minutes?
No, it was more than that.
It's like 30 so minutes.
It was like 30,
It's about like 30
45
minutes
Yeah, I mean, God, I was so upset about that. I was like, oh, come on, that's the best character. And he was.
There.
That's the only character that you really cared about.
That was. But you got why. Because he lost his wife and he just wanted to, like, he wanted answers. Oh my God. I'm like, I would have had no problem with him dying, but I was really kind of hoping a little more than what happened. Now, he didn't die a pussy. He died a hero. He went there to save people. He didn't succeed, but he went there to save people, and that was cool. I like that.
Yeah.
But I was really hoping he would survive. Mostly because it's Bryan Cranston. And I like Bryan Cranston.
He held on long enough.
He did. He did. And I'm just like, I was like, and it's like when he fell, I'm like, no, don't die. Don't die. He was like, son of a bitch. And then it's like, oh, okay. Oh, thank God he's still alive. And then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, Bryan Cranston died. God damn it. Son of a bitch.
Don't hurt yourself.
So let's move on to the Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch love triangle.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Love obsessed.
Yeah, that's awkward. That's gonna be awkward. Yeah.
Assuming next week we'll see Days of Future Past.
Nothing against Elizabeth Olsen because she is she's a fucking better actress than her sisters are, but I couldn't give two shits about her character at all.
No.
Anything. She was really kind of annoying.
Actually, yeah.
Like when during that phone call she had with she was having with
Ford.
with Ford. Yes, thank you. Who names their kid Ford?
Bryan Cranston.
He's got me there.
Yeah.
But she wouldn't shut the fuck up. It was like trying to tell her something, like, bitch, shut up.
Actually,
Well,
if
she
you
was-
think about it, she was holding a emotional mask first.
I
but
understand
talking to her
that, but there's a
husband, she
point.
accidentally lost it.
Yes, but there's a point where you need, in terms of acting, where you need to stop doing that. And there's a point when it just gets really annoying. It started to get like really, really grating.
I was hoping that she would die in the movie, to be honest.
Oh God! Honestly, I could care. Honestly, I was expecting that too. I was really
Actually,
hoping that she would die because that would add a little more emotion to Ford, and I really
His son.
I would really.
but it didn't happen, and I was just like, God damn it!
Okay, I would have cried if she died because
I
that
honestly
left a child, a 4-year-old, almost 5. motherless.
five actually.
Actually, it's almost 5.
Oh
That's
well,
what they said in the movie.
still, I couldn't
So
give
he's
two
still 4.
shits about her. Excuse me. I did like Ford though. Ford. I mean, he wasn't Bryan Cranston, but he was the star of the movie besides Godzilla, but he was interesting because again, you're going on a journey with him. He's not just doing these missions to destroy the monsters. He's doing it so he can get back to his family.
Yeah.
I mean, he left San Francisco shortly after he got back just to get his dad. Shit happens. He has to go and every step of the way, shit happens. It's like he has really bad luck in this movie.
I kind of find it hard.
So
to believe.
yeah,
Or good luck for surviving.
God, well, but
Plot
still,
armor.
like
Plot armor, seriously.
plot armor, exactly.
No, I find it hard to believe that he's the only explosive ordnance disposal.
He was the only one that survived.
Yeah.
Although yes, I will agree. How could he be the only EOD that? Well,
And the
I can
entire
understand
army.
surviving, but the only one on site. Now, well, wait a minute, hang on. Wasn't the ones that did the Halo jump EODs as well?
No, they're
No.
just troops.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
They-
they were.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm probably gonna go see this movie again. I'll probably go see it tomorrow.
Right?
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh fuck yeah, I'm seeing this tomorrow.
Right on.
Yeah. Well, shit. I'm gonna be shopping. I'm gonna be Godzilla shopping tomorrow.
Nah. Godzilla slippers. All right, go back to
Oh
the topic.
fuck yeah! Yes, thank you. Yes. But yeah, this movie is just fucking beautiful. Oh yes, characters. I liked his son.
Yeah.
Just the reaction he had is like, look, mommy, dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's realistic.
Again, I'm 24 years old. I see giant monsters on that TV. I'm gonna go, hey, mommy, look, dinosaurs.
Well, not exactly in those
Well,
words, but
no, you're right. I'm like, holy shit, dinosaurs, motherfucking dinosaurs! Oh my God!
Son, eat
Holy
your hummus.
fuck!
Yep.
Do I look Greek to you?
Nah,
Back on topic.
I'm just thinking
All
about
right.
hummus right now.
All right. Okay. So, but yeah. Again, Dr. Serizawa, he was exposition. That's what he was. He didn't annoy me, but I really was hoping more from Ken Watanabe because he is, well, he's our go-to Japanese guy.
He
is Hollywood's
actor.
No question, but he is, again, the Hollywood's go-to Japanese guy. You want a Japanese guy, he's your go-to Japanese guy.
But,
now, a little trivia here, though. His wife was actually the female lead for Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, All Out Monsters Attack.
Good
Wow.
trivia.
Yeah. I was just as surprised when I looked at him, like, what?
And I'm not sure if there's anything that was cut because time. I'm sure he could have been given a little bit more.
There's probably plenty of deleted scenes. I'm sure there is. But even then, I think those scenes would have just been exposition. There wouldn't be anything. And
plus, he probably was the expert there.
Yes, well, he was. Of course, he was the expert. But again, I was really hoping for like a connection with the original series, because I was thinking like every Godzilla movie has, like, while the majority of them are not connected to each other, the only movie they ever had a connection to was the original, and I was really hoping for this one. And there was a somewhat connection with the original with this one, which is 1954 Godzilla Awoken. They try to kill him. Mm-hmm. I get that, but I was really kind of hoping for more than that. I was really hoping for like another connection. Hell, there was a cameo, and I probably miss it because it's probably a blink you'll miss a cameo of the guy who played Ogata from the original.
Yes.
Not Serizawa, but Ogata, the actor who played Serizawa died like years ago.
Yeah.
Like over 20 years ago. By the way, rest in peace. I was really hoping like he would like maybe have like an extended cameo as like just a like Dr. Serizawa was just talking to him, like, and they make and establish a connection. Like I was really hoping like that pocket watch was going to be an established connection as well between those two, even though the original never had a pocket watch. His assistant was kind of
Just
wasn't there kind of sexual tension between the two?
No,
I don't think she was too necessary.
No, well, she was just there. Like,
Yeah.
she was just there. She wasn't like she was like more unnecessary than Dr. Serizawa was.
Senpai-san.
Yeah. Now I will say this: the military is fucking competent in this.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And Ford was also. I'm glad they didn't do the whole. You're crazy, Dad. I don't believe you. I'm so like even if they like expanded Bryan Cranston's role, I am so happy they didn't keep him like that skeptical asshole for like half of the movie until and like 30 minutes into the movie. Like, granted, he was still skeptical, but it was a more believable skepticism than like
Complete asshole.
yeah, exactly. He's like, oh, I don't believe you, blah, 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 and just being a dick. He's like this one. Like Ford is just a guy who believes his dad's crazy but he's still willing in order to help. But he's willing to help his dad find closure. Even though he doesn't believe him, he's willing to help his dad find closure. But when they go onto the quarantine site and they realize that there is no radiation and is perfectly safe, he's starting to believe him. And it happens fast, like real fast. And when the monster attacks, he immediately goes, oh shit, my dad was right.
Yeah.
He doesn't try to deny it. He doesn't do none of that bullshit. Now, granted, yes, in the trailers it was very evident he was going to be like, it was like he obviously believed it, but they didn't make this. He wasn't annoying about it, and I like that. Now, another thing, I'm also kind of glad they didn't make that whole mom missing the giant monsters on the TV a running gag. I'm really glad that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad they didn't happen. Didn't happen.
I loved her expression.
But granted,
Yes, that was actually.
It's like
but
goes
granted
around
about the military.
What?
About the military.
The military was actually very competent.
But
they were competent.
But
They were still going to get their asses handed to them.
But to me,
Yeah.
it sounded a little bit too stereotypical. somewhat stereotypical.
Well, I mean,
like,
it's a
blow
Godzilla.
stuff up.
I let that slide.
Yeah, it's a Godzilla
Like, I let
movie.
this slide more time. I would let this slide in this movie than I would in a Transformers movie, because in this movie, it's very much, they were still very competent. They were the U.S. military was very competent in this movie because they actually understood the threat. They knew what needed to be done. Was a nuclear annihilation the exact answer? No, but even they were aware. Look, we know it's not a good idea, but we don't really have any other options. Like, you got Godzilla. It was like,
I was like, you got the guy who knows
all right, yeah, we'll give you a chance with Godzilla, but if it doesn't work, we got this bomb. And they still went with the bomb idea, even though they knew it was like, look, we got Godzilla, we're gonna have to use him sooner or later. But but they knew the bomb was going to be a bad idea because the evil monsters are like feed on radiation. They knew that was a bad idea to begin with, and I do like the whole EMP thing. That was actually cool. I really did like that idea for that power.
Here's the thing, Adam. They said that they were going to use the bombs as bait in the first place.
Yeah, well, they did. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Yes, I did forget about that. God.
But then again,
I am tired.
but then again, I did feel kind of stupid on the military's part. They were transporting these nuclear warheads
trains?
on a train.
It's like,
Exposed.
really? Yeah, exposed. Yeah, really. Well, like you said, it was bait, so I assume it was bait for that, even though they were trying to transport it, which, again, wouldn't be a good idea. But, God, I'm trying to think, what else? Should we talk about the fan service?
Yeah.
Should we start? What should we start off with? Because there's plenty of fan service.
The obvious one that we missed from the other 1998 garbage.
Mothra.
I'm talking about the spines going.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh my god. I was like the moment. Yeah. This is what happens when this happened like shortly in spoilers again. Well, fuck, whatever. We already did spoilers.
Right.
Yeah.
When Ford blows up the Muto's nest, Mama Muto gets really, really angry.
Yep.
As most mothers do.
Yes.
So angry.
God,
It's
so
EMP.
angry. Yeah, exactly. The lights went out. That's how angry the Muto was. But yeah.
Like, stop checking the car. It'll something happen.
Yeah. Anyway, that wasn't us.
I know. It was
him.
Muta.
It was Godzilla. Holy shit.
If it was Godzilla, I wouldn't be here.
Either that or it's Bumblebee next to us.
Yeah. Kushira!
Orange
All right.
Bumblebee.
Yeah. Anyway, all of a sudden, she's about to like eat Ford because Ford is.
Was knocked back by the explosion.
Yeah, Ford was knocked back. Holy shit! Ford was like, oh god damn.
I'm kind of surprised he actually survived.
Yeah. Well, he
how?
did. Well, he's the hero. What do you
Yeah,
expect?
Slide armor.
But then all of a sudden, this
armor
light
plot
shines
armor.
behind the Muto, and you're like, did the military just arrive conveniently to save his ass? And then all of a sudden, I see the tail. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
oh no, there's no way, no, they. Oh my God, they're doing it!
And then everyone erupted in
clapped.
applause.
And
Everyone. The kid next to me didn't. I think he looked more confused than it. Well, he was probably pissed off because we were talking to. We were whispering. Well, I was whispering. You guys were actually.
I was whispering
I was
too.
whispering too. I didn't know
I
what
was
you were talking
trying,
about.
Yeah,
but I couldn't hear
I wasn't
very well.
clapping at almost everything.
we were clapping. Oh my God.
Yep.
Oh my God,
That's how
that
awesome
was
it
a
is.
You were
glorious
clapping
scene.
at the IMAX thing, for Christ's sakes.
Oh my God,
Please, America,
the
stop
atomic
clapping.
breath in this was so beautiful. I loved it, and it was blue too.
It was realistic
Yep.
too.
Yes, it definitely. Well, it looked like fire,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it still looked badass. Oh my God, when they showed it, they fucking showed it.
Yep.
Yes.
And and he used it as his finishing move
Yes.
on the Mamamuto.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Oh my God, that was more violent than some of the monster deaths in Pacific Rim. Holy shit!
I almost cried at the end. Almost.
Why?
I was about to say fatality.
Oh God, I would have loved that.
When he collapsed.
Just
I
my
thought,
God.
oh no.
All right. There were also a few Easter eggs in there.
Yeah.
There was a nod to Mothra. Like Ford goes into his old house, like 15 years after.
The beetles, the cockroaches.
Yes, but like there was also that tank, that little that little habitat, and it said right on there Mothra.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Keep your lights on. We need the lighting. There's a car in front of us.
I am blinded.
Blinded by the light?
Yeah.
We're not singing it yet.
Or not?
Blinded
I'm
by
just
science.
Anyway, yeah. There was like written on the sign is Mothra, and I'm like, so nuclear radiation is how Mothra is created in this universe. Not through mysticism or tiny little people. No, it's radiation.
Yep.
I would have loved that. I really would have if that happened. I'm trying to think. There were other nods. There were some Rodan nods, like the origami in the classroom in the beginning.
It looks like it was flying with the skyline.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, like they were red origamis. Now they were supposed to be swan origamis, but they definitely looked like Rodan.
Yeah.
There was one that like was very much like the neck was much flatter, like more flat, strained out, and it definitely looked like Rodan. God, I'm trying to think.
And in the end,
there was also the Cosmos nod. Like if you watch the trailer, like in the Las Vegas scene, and it pans to the destruction, like in the building in the forefront, you can see like what looks like two women in pink dresses standing where what used to be half a building was.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Yep.
Okay. Are you just seeing that because?
No, I noticed it. I was paying
Okay.
attention. I was
Okay. Yeah.
on the edge of my seat.
I mean, granted, they showed that in the trailer a lot, but like it's still kind of a blinking you'll miss it moment, and I do like. And I'm gonna say this right now. Again, a lot of people are gonna complain about there not being enough Godzilla. This is the most. This, like I said, this is not only just kind of like the original where it was a human story. This is directed by a man whose first movie was a monster movie that focused more on the humans surviving than the monsters. Gareth Edwards did a really good job in this. I mean, and I saw his first movie, Monsters. I saw it. It was a really good movie. I enjoyed the shit out of that movie because again, it was focused on the humans. But what's great about that movie is, and I know I'm reviewing some other movie. What's great about that movie is that the peril of the monsters is still there, and that's the same thing with this one. You can still sense the peril. It's some. You know that this event's gonna happen. This monstrous event is gonna happen, pun intended. It's gonna happen, but you also know like there's a human aspect to it, and that's what I liked about this movie. Like, I'm not saying the human story in Godzilla was the best. I've seen better, especially in the original. The original will always be the best human story for a monster movie I've ever seen in my life. But this one was still very nice. I did enjoy the human aspect of this movie. You getting hot and bothered back there?
Actually,
It's not
no.
Godzilla.
She's getting nuked.
I'm funny, I'm getting a headache.
Okay.
Godlike
we've gone
proportions.
long enough.
Oh gosh. Oh shit. We went over 20 minutes on that.
So, final
score?
thoughts.
I give this movie an 8 out of 10. Godzilla. The King of the Monsters is back. That's all I gotta say about it. It's a great movie. Yeah, Godzilla's not in it enough, but when he's in it, he lets you know he's in it.
Yep.
And I also give it 8 out of 10 for a lot of the reasons you did.
Okay.
And plus a lot of the interesting characters in there, especially Bryan Cranston, even though he's barely in it.
Damn it!
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
8
Well, he's
out
not
of
like
10
Sean
because
Bean.
literally
What?
8 out of 10 because literally it makes me jump back in my seat.
Yeah, this was a very
when something suddenly pops up.
yeah, this
You know,
was a very
stuff.
suspenseful movie.
Oh yeah,
It is.
But the only thing that really made me
Wait,
jump.
hang on.
Well,
No,
Alright,
let him
sorry.
finish. I don't mind.
but the only really thing that made me jump in this movie was there.
The bird that crashed
Yes.
the bus. Holy shit! I think I just gave that kid next to me his first curse word. I think I heard him gasp when I said shit.
Well, at least it's better than saying fuck.
I think I said that too.
3 times actually.
Yes. Yes. Byron.
So let's keep in mind that this is the second American Godzilla movie.
Third.
Or no, first actually. It's the first Godzilla movie that's actually good, and let's pretend that the other.
Wait,
Godzilla...
the first Godzilla movie is good?
No, this is the first good
American.
Godzilla movie.
Okay.
First American Godzilla.
All
movie.
right.
And let's pretend that the other Godzilla movies never existed.
Well, not
Except for the
no,
originals.
Japanese ones.
Let's for a moment, let's pretend that those didn't exist. I give it a 9 out of 10. Solely for
Wait.
acting, plot, and-
Wait. We gave it an 8,
Yes.
and you're the only one who gives it a higher score. What the fuck happened? Like, the other movies we reviewed with you in this car, you gave it lower scores than we did.
Well, first it didn't have Andrew.
0.5.
Yeah, where's your decimal point?
Godzilla ate it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Like we also had the human emotions in it. It was
Yeah.
well. The action was well. Everything was great about it.
Yeah.
It was just too beautiful.
God. And I do like when Godzilla leaves, like he's giving that like, yeah, Godzilla's leaving, and he's just walking away. He's like, oh god, I'm just gonna shake this off like a bad hangover. Like he looked like, oh god, it's like we're clapping. You're giving me a headache.
The God
Fucking Christ. Oh god, this movie was good. I'm definitely gonna get it on Blu-ray. I'm definitely gonna go see it again tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
Fucking
yes.
A.
Yeah.
All right, so trailers. Most of them the same. I'm surprised we didn't get X-Men.
Well,
God.
it is next week, so
I'm actually surprised we didn't get Amazing Spider-Man 2 either. It's like, I don't know how many times I've gotten that trailer no matter what. All right, so first one we got How to Train Your Dragon 2. Is this the first time you saw this trailer? Because I've seen it before.
No,
I've
we've seen it
I've
before.
seen it online.
We have?
Uh-huh.
This trailer? Okay. We got Lucy again.
The same trailer.
Unfortunately, Ninja Turtles is released the same day, so we gotta go see that one first.
No, wait. Regarding to How to Train Your Dragons 2, that was a completely new one because we never seen the giant dragons that popped out.
Yeah, we did.
The large ones fighting against each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
We seen that.
Huh.
Also, we got Transformers: Age of Extinction.
same trailer.
And
Marky
we
Mark.
saw the new one. I saw the new one today. It's just as. It's probably not going to be worse than 3.
Was Marky
But
Mark rapping?
Well, 3 at
No.
least was. 3 was the lesser of the evils.
No, it wasn't. That
Yes,
movie
it
pissed me
was.
off more than 2 did. Mostly
Well,
because it was
yeah.
the same fucking shit.
Well, at least it focused more on the Transformers.
No, it didn't.
Yes, the third
No,
one
it
did.
didn't.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't. 2 focused more on the Transformers
Now,
than
ladies,
shit.
you're both beautiful. Now continue.
I feel like Michael Bay is doing everything he can to destroy everything we hold near and dear to our hearts because he's a fucking greedy asshole. Alright, that's what I feel, right, from him. I don't like him. I never did. I just...
Or
Just
here's
save
the twist.
your rant for the
When
movie.
Here's the
I'm
twist.
gonna be too drunk on Jack Daniels when that happens.
Can we continue?
Yes.
So, Adam, here's the twist.
Jupiter Ascending. That's an
Wachowski
anime.
brothers. Yeah.
Did anybody else get an anime vibe from that movie, from that
Yeah.
trailer?
Edge of Tomorrow, also known as
The Groundhogs?
No, All You Need
Groundhog
Is
Day.
Kill was the original manga
Yeah.
title.
Oh, was it? That was a manga?
Yeah, All You Need Is Kill.
Okay.
Look it up.
Okay, well, Jupiter Ascending, spoiler alert, Sean Bean's gonna die.
We don't know that,
Come
but
on,
most
come
likely.
on, come on, we're not even gonna make bets on this. We know he's gonna die. He's Sean fucking Bean.
I can name one movie where he didn't die.
The Silent Hill movies.
No. National
Ronan.
Treasure.
Well, also Ronan, but he wasn't even necessary in that movie.
Well, National Treasure, he was the antagonist.
Yeah, well, but it was also a Disney movie. Of course, he wasn't gonna die, and yet they kill off Ed Harris in the sequel.
Huh. Actually, didn't watch the sequel, so.
It's
You're
good.
watching. Have you seen the first one? Have you seen the first one?
Vaguely, I was kind of drunk.
Or then you've seen the sequel.
All right.
Yeah, we got an IMAX exclusive of World of Tomorrow, Edge of Tomorrow. Edge of Tomorrow.
Also known as.
Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day with meet Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
All you
Sorry,
need is
I hadn't
skill.
made that comment in the theater.
I think a lot of people were giving us daggers in that when you said that. Like a lot of people were like, "Oh God, this is those kind of people." I'm like, no, we're not that kind of people.
No.
The joke was there, so I made it.
Yeah, but the four of us made that joke, one after the other, and it was really starting to piss people off.
Sorry.
Well, they can deal with it. Seriously.
We also got Maleficent again.
Same trailer. I actually want to see that.
I was excited at first, but now my excitement kind of died down a bit because it's starting. It does feel, and I think this is all because this is all Once Upon a Time's fault. This is definitely Once Upon a Time's fault on this. Is that I feel like it's wicked, and they're trying to make Maleficent not as evil as she is. And I know I've complained about this before, but I got that feeling.
Have you ever read the true story of the Three Little Pigs?
The what? The true story of the three? Yes, that was mandatory.
They're just trying to do that and do it.
Yeah, but that was a comedic version. That was funny. This is meant to be taken seriously. This is meant to be a very serious,
This is too educated.
a very serious version of a Disney classic. But when your main character has the name Maleficent, she's got to be evil. She can't be sympathetic. And she was never sympathetic. And, I mean, I don't mind a backstory, but I don't want one where I have to feel bad for her every single time. And that's the thing. I'm really kind of tired of seeing sympathizing villains. Like, I got no problem if it's necessary, but if you're going to create a movie where you're going to make a villain, you don't always have to make them sympathetic. Like, hell, Captain America didn't make sympathetic villains.
No, it didn't.
No.
Neither one of those movies has sympathetic villains. Those guys were fucking evil.
Well, granted, that's more of the comics' fault.
Yeah, but, I mean, well, Loki was sympathetic in Thor, but that was just because he's Loki.
And plus, it was more.
Soldier.
Plus, Tom Hiddleston did more Shakespearean.
Yeah, well, those characters are Shakespearean. They've always been, even in the comics. But yeah, hell, even Joker was unsympathetic, but that's because he's a fucking psychopath. You don't need to make a villain sympathetic to make him more engaging. Just make him evil and make him enjoyably evil to make him for people to enjoy that villain. I get a kick. Honestly, my favorite kinds of villains are the ones that are unsympathetic. The ones that you really want to hate them.
Yes.
But you enjoy hating them because they enjoy being evil.
Joffrey Baratheon.
I'm glad that fucker's gone. That fucker had it coming.
But now we still have Cersei.
Yeah.
Well, Cersei's less hated and just.
Now with Joffrey gone, she's the most hated.
No, that's true.
Well,
What? Not Ramsay?
No.
we're going a bit off.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I was gonna go see $1 Million Arm tomorrow, but I'm not going to after this. I'm seeing this for a second fucking time. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, next week is X-Men, which I need to get my ticket for.
Yes, and also go see this in IMAX 3D if
Yes,
you
It
can.
is
yes.
it's
3D
It's mandatory.
3D was, oh God, 3D was pretty good.
Yes.
It wasn't in your face 3D, but it was
No,
good.
but it was good. It was
was
really
never
good.
deaf.
Alright.
Just don't see it with an eye patch. Don't see it with an eye patch.
Yeah,
by the way-
learn from him, please.
All right, goodbye.
You like it better.
All right.
Goodbye.
We'll see you next time.
Sayonara.